It rained overnight, 3 mil I think we got. It's going to be a bit miserly all day today, a bit showery about. So we're going to clean the yard out. And then tomorrow and the weekend looks pretty good actually. Putting some trailers on, get the yard cleaned out, litter everything up. I think Keithy's going back to fertilising. He's going to go on to some of the grasses because the tractor will carry on the grasses. On the 6480, this thing's been on the edge trimmer all winter, so it's nice to have a little bit of a workhorse tractor. These tractors are just brilliant. You know, you can stick them on any job. They're easy to use, manual spools, they never let you down. They just go forever. We just done an engine service on it, me and Farmer, at the weekend. Got to wake the arms up on here before you can go up. On the 77s they reverted that to rocking the switch at the back, and then on the new 7S's they've reverted back to rocking the switch again. So we've got tractors of all ages with different ways of waking spools up. But never mind. You can very easily roll these trailers. Once you start getting them in the air, the weight starts shifting. So you've got to be ready to bring it down if anything feels a bit weird. It's alright like that. You won't want to be on. So I'll let it all fall to the back, and then when it's at the back it's not too bad. Slowly move off, that'll give you the biggest heap. We're steaming up. I don't know when our man's coming back to do the air cons. He'll be back though. You got to make sure you're hitched up properly as well. You've got all that weight hanging off the back. That'll bring the drawbar straight up and through the cab. Keithy's had it happen. We're in the carving shed. We need to do some tagging up. You got this Black Angus here. He's the latest edition. And then the one over there, he was the one we bought in first. Both cows mother them quite nicely. We're quite pleased with that. They went on to them calves quite quick, didn't they?
Unbelievable. One day.
When you were telling me about 6 weeks of messing about with them.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't believe it, mate. Easy with them too. You want to do that black one first?
Yeah. This one here, innit? Steady. Steady.
I'm not bull, yeah. I've had them on the bloody thing for 6 weeks. Messing about, buggering about, and then for that to do it, how we did it, and I was like, Christ almighty.
So this is tag and test for this guy, isn't it?
This is just tag and test.
For BVD, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, for BVD.
That's all he needs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Steady.
15.
Yeah.
Little steer.
Yeah. Steady. Steady. It's alright. Steady, steady.
What's happening? Right, lie still, 2.
That's it. That's yours. Oh, I've got poo right under my nose now.
Steer man.
Yeah.
You got him right.
Oh, you got him.
You got him, boy.
This is inside.
One thing, once you start messing about, they do tend to go and find them.
We're just loading up some fencing stuff. Charlie's getting her tractor on. She's putting the Chieftain on to load the digger. We're going to go and get the fence done for the store cattle. Keithy's going off on the fertiliser again. He's going to, if he can't get on with the wheat, he's going to go and do some of the grasses. We're over at Jim's. Keithy's just putting the second dose of fert on the winter wheat there. Starting to get a little bit of disease in the wheat, so farmer will be out here as soon as it's suitable for spray. It's not too bad on the spinner because we're on wide tyres, but with the sprayer he's a little bit heavier than that. Even he has got wide tyres, but he's going to wait for it just to dry up a few days. But we're here for this fence. This is the store field that where we put the store field. This is Jim's as well. I think Keithy's going to put some fert on the top end because we won't have so many stores here this time. So Keithy's going to fertilise one end and we're going to hay make it or silage make it, whatever it comes to. Me and Farmer have got some new posts to put in. Farmer will be along shortly with the digger. Let's see what he's putting on. That's what he's putting on. That's what it looks like. What is it, Keithy? What is it?
Urea sulphur.
This is urea sulphur, isn't there, is it?
Yeah.
Right. You usually can see a grey tinge to it, can't you? What's the one with...
Different brand, what are you using at home?
Oh, is it? I see. And that's going on the wheats, isn't it? Sweet.
Yeah.
What's it like out there? Nice?
Wet.
Wet. Sticky, yeah. Plants look well there, don't they, Keith?
Yellow there.
Yeah, he needs to get across with a spray, doesn't he? Little bit of disease on the top of the plant there, Keith. So he'll be spraying some sort of chemical and that'll fix that, won't it?
Yeah, first fungicide I expect to be putting on it.
Yeah. The agronomist comes around and he checks all the, he comes around checking all the fields. I think they brought the chemical for that in already, so I think he's going to be doing that in the next few days. How many tons?
4.
4 tons? Oh my god. Let's hope. Yeah. Not too bad. It's good, isn't it? Yep. Tiny bit away. Yep.
Participating restaurants only. Certain times of delivery fees apply. Service charge may apply. See the McDonald's at Uber Eats for just for full details. Ah, Easter, the green shoots of spring, the long weekend, but the best bit.
Waiting for it. The headline at full parties and disco and a whole lot of girls doing their heads and a bit
Oh, me and the farmer, we made a bit of a rookie error. We looked at this fence only yesterday, and this side of the fence we're on now, we just assumed it was good because it's not very old. So we both looked at it, it looked upright and sturdy. Neither of us checked it. Anyway, we gets down here, wiggles a few posts, blimey now. The 30 posts we accounted for turned into 90 posts. We've just had to go and restock up. But we both sort of thought we'd rather make sure the fence is good rather than chasing store cattle around next to the motorway. Because that wouldn't be fun at all. So our day fencing turned into a day and a half. But it'll be right. And we won't have to worry. And on top of that, our truck won't start. We've got a starter motor problem with it. So we're a bit afraid to turn it off now. Me and Farmer, we've had a hell of a day. God, the weather. 1 minute it's like this, beautiful. Next it's blimmin' hailing, thunderstorms. It's absolutely lashing it down. We've had it all today. Oh my heck. We only thought we had 30 stakes put in. It's a big field this. I don't know what it'd be total, but 70 acres, something like that. 60 or 70 acres. The store cattle come down here. We thought we counted up 30 stakes, and the one fence line that we thought was good was actually terrible, so we actually ended up with another 40 stakes along there. So we've had a hell of a day of it today. The cattle only have half of this, you see. We let the cattle out, let them have a couple of days to run around and do their thing, and then we'll string a line up from one end to the other, and you know, 2/3 of this we'll just haymaker or silage or whatever comes, you know, whatever farmer decides on the day. But grass is growing, you know, it's nice and lush. There's a bit of, they're gonna love it when they come down here. It won't be long. We can now the fence is done, you know, pretty much all we got to do is bring them down here. Just a couple of jobs in the shed to do on them first, and then they can come down. So that's a good job. We're on our way home. We've had enough. We got one more cow field to sort out as well. We'll get that sorted out. We've got some stakes to push in over there, but yeah, we've had a good clear up. Got a load of all the old rubbish. Oh man, I'm done in. Morning. It's Good Friday. We're just off down the lane to pick up a little bit of silage that we stored at the bottom. Starting to get through the silage now. We got, I don't know, Farmer reckons we're about 10 days before we get animals out, and we're starting to get low on food now, and nothing's going to starve. You know, we've got hay in the shed, but you don't really want to start feeding your best hay to the cows. So we're just trying to eke out everything we can of the old silage and everything like that. It's a beautiful morning this morning. Farmer said that little young heifer had her calf this morning, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. I'll show you that. He said she ain't got a lot of milk about her, so he's had to feed her, but he reckons the milk will come, you know. Old Keithy got a load of fertilising done yesterday. I think he's going to have another day of it today. I think he's going to take young Charlie with him. What do you reckon? Is it going to be able to pick up 4? Oh, the sunshine is so nice to see. Go on. That's all right. Tuck her in nice and close, because that'll be quite heavy. Dry pads are just yeah, just bloody heaven for us. Got a few piles there. We'll level out and get the pad a little bit wider, but we can put a whole straw rick here. We can put food along the side, storage for old bits of blimmin' machinery that we probably never ever use again. These old bits, they always come in. An old spring tine set there, chisel plough there. You think you never use them again until you get a wet back end like this year, you know. If we hadn't planted anything, we'd have to be on the fields pulling it up to let it dry. So, but we're pretty lucky with what we got planted. Every morning the old man gets out of bed, straight on the loader, doesn't mess about. 83 years old. This is cow 409. This is one of the younger ones we put to the bull this time. She was one of the earlier heifers born, but she's only 2 years old, whether our normal heifers are 3 years old. And she had her calf last night, big calf as well, that's a good calf. I wasn't expecting him to be that big. I saw it to Dave. Dave is the stabiliser. She went to the bull pretty late because we sort of made a decision late on her actually. There is another one in here, but we're not sure she's in calf. But yeah, farmer had her last night, he was saying. Most of the heifers we leave till 3 years. You know, they're 3 years old before they all calve. But we wanted to just you know, see if they'll calve all right. And you can't do it with your late born heifers because they're too small. But you know, with your firstborn heifers, they're nearly well, they're nearly 4 months older. You know, so it's actually not a problem. She hasn't got a lot of milk about her, so farmer give the calf a tube just to get him going. And the milk is there, just coming through, but we wanted to make sure he had enough. Yeah, lovely little thing, little dinky face on him. But yeah, it just shows, you know, we've got a couple of Charolais heifers, younger ones, and they're big, you know, they're big enough. They were bigger than she was when she went. So we're thinking we might do the same again, because we've only got 5 heifers to bring in this time, so we might stick a couple of them Charolais ones in this time and see how they do. The Charolais tend to grow a lot faster as they are anyway, so by the time they get to her age, they'll be probably a little bit bigger than her, I'd have thought. But yeah, we were quite pleased. Farmer said he had a little leg back, so he had to just pull on his leg a little bit just to give her a hand. And shit, that's a good sized calf for her size. So yeah, that's a stabiliser cross, South Devon, unless she's got a bit of limb in her. But yeah, not lovely little calf. But we had another one yesterday, another little one. You can see it, there's mum over there, white face, brown eyes, Hereford cross. I don't know who's the father, but look, he's a right little looker. This is only yesterday's. There's mum, look. Oh, he's a steer, I can see. So he'll get tags and a ring. Me and farmer, me, farmer and Charlie, we come in yesterday and just tagged up the last one. I think about 10 left to go, we suspect. As we get towards the end and get towards May, we'll have them PD'd and we'll know exactly what's what then. But farmer reckons around 10, probably not in calf, which is pretty normal. I think we were stood at about 10 or 11 or 12 last year. So yeah, they don't always all get in calf, and it's always different ones each year that don't get in calf. So unless you get one, you get a cow like one of these is bullet. One of those will not be in calf, and that's what they cause. And then if you get a calf laid down here, they don't care. They'll stand all over it. So they're a bit annoying. But if we let them in there, they do even worse than that. They love the sunshine though, so they'll be dancing about all day in this. Yes, if you get a cow not in calf 2 years in a row, and say she's a little bit older, farmer will look at her and think, wow, you know, is she worth keeping? If she's not going to produce a calf, you know, you're just keeping her around for fun, really. So yeah, farmer makes those decisions, and we've got all the data and all the logs from every cow and calf and what they do and how they do. So we look at that a little bit after calving and see who's done what, and if there's any old ones that have not calved for a couple of years, or anyone with like difficulties during calving, you know, you get a big prolapse, the likely is they're going to prolapse again. We haven't had one this year. We've had a sort of a half prolapse, and she won't calve next year. She'll be that'll be her last calving with us. But she's an older cow, so you know, it's not like she's going too early. But these calves just love it. Saturday's job, tomorrow's job even, they're all going through the foot trimmers crush. I had a video on the foot trimmer, I just didn't get round to editing him for you, but he'll be here tomorrow, and we've got to try and get them through. They don't like it, they don't want to go in. We might have to get creative. But one way or another, they got to go in. We're going to have their feet trimmed. We don't want to trim them back too much, but they just want touching up. This one, he needs his feet trimmed. But yeah, that's tomorrow's job anyway. We're all looking forward to that. hopefully they just walk through, and it depends on the day usually. We can get them to think they're going in with cows. They might just walk through it, but we'll see. But let's see how it goes. Keithy and Charlie are just off to do some fertilising. I think they're going on to grass again. I'll leave that there for them. They will sort that out. Charlie will sort out the bags and Keithy will do the fertilising. Got a nice day for it today. What are you going on to today then, Keith? What are you doing today, grass or crops?
Yeah, grass.
Grass. This is different stuff, isn't it? Nitrogen, just pure nitrogen, yeah?
Urea.
Urea, straight urea. I'll leave that there for you, you'll be alright, won't you?
Yeah,
What you got going on?
hey?
What you got?
It's all come loose on here. You have been on the disc.
Me and Farmer are just off fencing again. There goes Di. She's doing some mowing. Where's she off? Oh, off to empty her basket. That grass is growing at the minute. One of the places we keep the cows over the summer. This is another one of Jim's ones. Basically, we've got 2 strands running all the way around it. We plug a fencer on one end, and yeah, the fencers, Jesus, they kick out hell of a pelt. You wouldn't want to put your hand to it. But we've got a load of loose stakes here, no broken ones, but where the ground had dried up so much, the posts became loose in the holes, and they're still loose now. So what we're going to do is just literally pull them out, put them back in. There ain't too much work here. Might be some insulators to do, like this one here. Nails pull through, so I'll bang another insulator on there quick. And we just make our way all the way around the outside. Got the digger with us. Just push the stakes back in. Once we've done that, tested the fence, it's job done. You know, we can bring some cows here whenever we want. Sheep have been on here. It's not crazy amount of grass at the moment, but it's grass grown weather at the moment, so it won't take long for this to all spring back to life. It's not bad. Sweet. Bit low, isn't it? Bit low, isn't it? We'll pull it out and do it properly, or? Yeah. A little bit of white. Yep, that's it. Sweet, that's barrier. Anything like this you got to take away. If it touches the wire, it arcs out on the wire. So we just have them off quick. But causes you a load of problems in the summer. Ow. 6.5. Check the bottom one. 6.5. Sweet. She's going. Don't touch it. We're done for the day. That's been a hell of a day again. But the fences are there, so all we have to do now is just a few little jobs with the cattle to get them ready to go out, and they'll be they can go out then. It's a little bit tender in that field first, so we're going to give them about 4 or 5 days. It'll be that before we're done with them anyway. Farmer's got the digger on, just taking it back to the yard. Can't leave it anywhere these days. Everybody's got eyes everywhere, so it comes back to the yard now. We'll see you tomorrow when the bull trimmer man comes. I won't linger around the job. There'll probably be lots of swearing, and if you don't see it, it's because it all got out of hand. It'll go one or two ways with the bulls. They'll either have their feet trimmed or they won't. And we'll see what the day brings. Hopefully if we can lure them through with a cow or something, we'll be all right. We'll see how we get on.